fake dog kennel. We here, y'all. We here. We got Rambo out here chilling, trying to find some females. I guess he in heat or something, but we chilling with Rambo, y'all. So today's topic is Rottweiler, specifically the male Rottweiler, but generally Rottweiler, period. So yeah, I just wanted to get on, y'all. Welcome, and talk a little Rottweiler info, a little Rottweiler history. For the ones who got Rottweilers, y'all already know this. For the ones who don't, it's probably a little new to y'all. But in any instance, we're gonna talk a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of go down the list and talk about some things that associated with the Rottweiler breed, y'all. As you can see, Rambo, he fixated on that girl right there. I don't know what she done to him, y'all, but hey, he's fixated on him to try to get out the sun. But anyway, let's start off with the Rottweiler dog. What about them? Why were they bred? For what? Why are they so big? Why did people do this? For number one, you need to start in Europe and overseas. You need to start maybe in Europe, Germany, Russia. Back then, in the early cattle days, 1800s, they needed somebody to guard the cattle. And the Rottweiler originally came from the big old drover dog. And I don't know how they got it mixed up or whatever, but eventually it turned into Rottweiler, and they got its name and they got accepted as a dog breed in the 1850s by the American Kennel Club. So that was a good piece of information that I didn't know about, y'all. As you see Rambo, you also see Sister right here. But anyway, yeah, they were built to protect. So you got big cattle, you got ranches out there in Europe in the early 19th century, probably. Yeah, 19th century. Herds, just like they got sheep herders, herd dogs. So the Rottweiler was actually derived from protecting the cattle. So I knew that, but I didn't knew that in that effect. So let's go on. Rottweilers can lead to aggressive and protective of their territory if the handler, the owner, or the master gotta know what they're doing. If the master don't know what they're doing, y'all, these dogs can get real aggressive, and they can start protecting their territory, and it get real dangerous to get a big dog, who don't hadn't been socialized, just been maybe locked in the house or locked in a cage all day, not mingling with other dogs or whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. So they need to be active, and they require exercise daily. So I try to start letting mine out, if not daily, every other day. So you can see Rambo, he probably needs some water, y'all, but he know where the water at. He know how to get to the water. So we ain't playing Mr. Help him out today. So he know how to get the water, and they need exercise and playtime. So definitely that. They definitely need that kind of socialization. As you can see, he done burnt out, but he ain't gonna leave that girl right there. That's what that is, y'all. As I try to get out the sun a little bit. But anyway, yeah, they thrive. Another thing, they thrive on mental stimulation. So they very intelligent, y'all. Don't let these critters fool y'all. They know what you're talking about after a while, being with them. As I'm talking on this video, see, they think I'm talking to them, but they know I ain't. They think I'm talking to this phone. So they very attentive to what I'm doing, y'all. So they very intelligent. But their intelligence can lead to stubbornness too. Even though they know a lot and they smarter than the average dog, it can definitely lead to stubbornness. So you get a person who ain't used to dealing with dogs and animals like that, and all of a sudden hopefully they get them as a puppy so they can grow and raise up with them and learn as they go. But for somebody getting a grown Rottweiler or a aged Rottweiler animal that is not an aggressive handler or whatever, yeah, you can run into some issues right there. You can run into some issues right there with that. So that's all I'm gonna say. You need to be established handler. You need to be established, especially when they get this big. Other than that, you know, if you raise up from a puppy, like kind of doing with Pepper right there, and all these except him were pretty good sized dogs. I mean puppies. Rambo was 6 months when we got up with Rambo. So yeah. But anyway, he was still a puppy, y'all. But you got to get to know them. You got to get to know them. That's a big thing. You got to get to know them, and you got to give them socialized time. Excuse me with the camera. I'm trying to keep it still, y'all. Because they're very intelligent, and they'll use that to their advantage. They will. Some traits. They're very powerful, very courageous, very loyal, deeply loyal. So you get one like I told my wife, they don't come out here like I do. They barely come to the fence. So yeah, they're gonna bark some. But they also know in the back of their head, if that person not bothering me, they're not gonna be aggressive to that person in the end. So what I'm saying is, if they see I'm relating to somebody, they're gonna relate to that person too, just like me. But initially, yeah, they're gonna try to protect their territory. So they loyal and they courageous and they deeply loyal, y'all. Try to stay out the sun. Give you a shot of these good-looking dogs while I'm at it. They got an independent streak, yeah. They can, you know, want to do their own thing sometimes. Like I got 2 right now that want to stand in their water bucket. That one right there, Pepper want to stand in that water bucket, and Rambo want to stand in his water bucket. Bye. No. So I got something for them when they want to stand in that water bucket, because they got to drink that water. And they walking in all their stuff, day in and day out. That ain't gonna work, y'all. So definitely. So yes, they got an independent streak. They want to do their own thing. Like this one right here. No. No. Go play. Go play. Go play. Go play. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. No. No. But anyway, y'all, let me finish up, because this video is probably getting a little long. I know y'all ain't gonna attend too long, so let me go ahead and get it out the way. I pretty much got everything. Get out the way. No. Yeah, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say, y'all. Let me get out the way from here. Excuse me. Anyway, look at that. No! You ain't gonna play that game, you get tired. But yeah, some health issues is what we dealing with, you know, sometimes health issues. Like many large breed dogs, they do have health issues, probably joint problems, dysplasia, which is joint problems, some other stuff added to it, heart disease, and cancer. I didn't know they could develop cancer, but yeah, cancer is a big thing in these breeds, probably because of the size and the fat, and the fact that they could get diabetes, things like that. Yes, that is very possible that they could develop cancer or whatever. Yes, so didn't know that. But anyway, I'm gonna get this fool in, y'all, because he just done about aggravate me to death today. You done been out long enough, big dog. So the state dog kennel. We want to just talk about the male Rottweiler today. Please like, please subscribe. We out.